every year it feels like deja vu. Another season, another Manchester United crisis. The question, what's gone wrong at Man United, has practically become a tradition, an unskippable quest that football fans seem to relive again and again. This time, it's Ruben Amorim in the spotlight, and the big debate is whether he's the man to lead United forward, or just the latest name in a long list of managers who couldn't stop the decline. But before we dive into the wave of opinions, let's get you involved. Do you think Ruben Amorim deserves more time at United, or is it already too late? Drop your thoughts below. I'd love to hear what you think. Many people can't help but laugh at how familiar this situation feels. Some say the title of this debate could have been pulled from any of the last 12 years. Others joke that Sky Sports might as well rerun old episodes because nothing really changes. Different managers, same story, same crisis. There's almost a sense of football fatigue among fans. People highlight that for over a decade now. Pundits, players, and supporters have asked the exact same question. What's gone wrong at United? Yet no one ever seems to have the answer. Some even say fans are so fed up that they'd rather watch golf than listen to another round of excuses. Of course, the spotlight is firmly on Ruben Amorim. A lot of fans feel he's completely out of his depth. They point out that his win ratio is worse than Gary Neville's infamous spell at Valencia, a comparison many use as a warning sign. Others add that a manager with a 25% win rate would never survive at clubs like Real Madrid, Bayern, or Inter. What really frustrates people is Amorim's refusal to adapt. In interviews, he repeatedly says, "I won't change," which many interpret as stubbornness, or even a signal that he's waiting to be sacked so he can collect his severance. Critics argue that a real manager knows how to adjust tactics to the players he has, not force players into a system that clearly doesn't work, and the numbers don't help him either. 31 points from 31 games. That's relegation form, as many have pointed out. To concede 3 against City, 2 against Burnley, and even 2 against Grimsby while playing 5 at the back says everything. But while Amorim is taking most of the heat, others believe the issues run far deeper than the manager. Some say United's recruitment strategy has been wild, buying attacking midfielders while ignoring obvious gaps in defensive and central midfield. The Bruno Fernandes situation is often mentioned. Instead of selling him for a massive fee, he's played out of position, which only frustrates the fan base further. There's also frustration with the board and ownership. Many argue that it doesn't matter who the manager is if the structure above them is broken. 10 years of bad transfers, debt, and a toxic relationship with fans has left the club in chaos. As some put it, managers and players come and go, but the one common factor is the people running the club. One of the funniest but also most serious talking points from this debate has been the word dynamism, or as several pundits kept pronouncing it, cynicism. The slip-up became an instant meme online, but the point behind it is important. United's midfield lacks energy, mobility, and drive. Fans say this problem has existed for years. The club never replaced the legs and power of a proper box-to-box midfielder, and it shows every single week. Ironically, some point out that United had that exact player in Scott McTominay, who was sold and has since thrived abroad. Others argue that Amorim's system makes things even worse. His stubborn two-man midfield leaves them exposed, and the players simply don't have the engine to pull it off. Of course, the reaction isn't just serious analysis. There's also plenty of humor, especially from rival fans. Some Liverpool supporters joke that they hope United keep Amorim forever because it makes them happy. Others say it's hilarious how United can spend £200 million in a single window and still look like the same old mid-table side. People are also poking fun at pundit cliches, like the endless use of the phrase "at this moment in time," which seems to drive viewers crazy. And then there's the running gag about this being the annual Manchester United crisis debate, as if it's part of the football calendar at this point. Still, not everyone is piling on. A few voices insist Amorim deserves more time. They argue that United fans never give managers the patience needed to rebuild properly. Others note that despite poor results, performances have at times been better than under Ten Hag. And some neutrals even suggest that if United can find the right midfield balance, they might still turn things around. But the overwhelming feeling? Doubt. Many fear that unless something changes soon, United will continue sliding further away from the elite clubs. One fan summed it up bluntly: "There are men in their 20s now with no memory of United as genuine title challengers. So, what's the verdict from the public? For most, it's clear. Manchester United's problems go beyond just one man. But Ruben Amorim isn't convincing anyone that he's the solution. The lack of adaptability, the poor results, and the same tired excuses have left fans frustrated, amused, and in some cases completely disinterested. But maybe that's the biggest issue of all. When one of the world's biggest clubs becomes a running joke, you know the problems run deep. What do you think? Should United stick with Amorim and give him time to figure it out, or is it already too late? And do you think the real issue is the manager, the players, or the ownership? Share your thoughts below. I'll be reading through them all.